Welcome to the Northwest Sports Fanatics YouTube channel. I am your host, Orion. I got a great show for you here today between the Chicago Cubs and the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Saturday, everyone. In the game, it's PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, and on the right, making his MLB debut, maybe the Clayton Kershaw of the Mariners, it is Cade Anderson. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Chicago Cubs. Leading off for the Cubbies in center field, it is Pete Crow Armstrong. Batting second, DHing today for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Batting third, playing third base, Alex Bregman. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, playing first base today, Michael Busch. Batting fifth, playing shortstop for Chicago, Nico Werner. Batting sixth, playing right field, Tyrone Taylor. Batting seventh, playing second base, Pedro Ramirez. Batting eighth, playing left field, Kevin Alcantara. And batting ninth, catching for Chicago, Miguel Amaya. And on the mound for the Cubs with a 7-7 record, ERA of 5.29, it is David Peterson. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at third base, Brendan Donovan. Batting second, playing left field, Randy Arozarena. Batting third, playing right field, the Italian stallion, Dominic Ganzone. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, center fielder, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. Batting fifth, playing first base, it's Nails Josh Naylor. Batting sixth, DHing for Seattle, Taylor Ward. Batting seventh, catching today for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting eighth, playing second base, Cole Clutch Young. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, getting the game-winning RBI last night, Leo Rivas. And on the mound for the Mariners, making his MLB debut in 18 starts, a 10-1 record in AA, ERA of 1.06, our future superstar, Cade Anderson. Global broadcast here on Fox. It is not on Mariners TV or on the MLB app. So you have to log into your Fox Sports account, or if you have Fox on cable or satellite. And I'm definitely looking forward to this one here today. Golf in the building, what's good? Andrea in the building, what's good? Chuck, I see you. Hawks, I see you. Let's get it. Daniel is in the building. How are you? And we're going to be shooting for 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 50th anniversary for the Seattle Mariners, 40 plus years on the radio for this legend and icon. He's retiring out of the radio booth after this season. So every stream we dedicate it to the one and the only Rick Riz. We love you. I'm really liking Cade Anderson on the thumbnail, and that's not going to be the last time that we're going to see him on there. A very dramatic win. Obviously, we saw Bregman homer, in extras, and, anytime you can, end up stretching the game out, whether you're homering in the 9th or in the 10th, it gets a little disheartening, when you end up having a, 5-4 lead and it turns into 5-5, but I was very confident that we could get that job done, and Leo Rivas with the game winner, and we win in 10, 6-5, and hopefully we can get the job done here in Cade Anderson's debut. We are one sub away from 24,600, 401 away from 25,000. Shout out to our female audience as well as our new subs, our regulars, our mods, and everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. Let's go, baby. And for this special occasion, I have busted out a jersey that I have never worn on the channel. This is one of those like very, very special occasion type of things. You know, it's got the matching Mariner turtleneck, you know, back from 95 to 97. And it's not even a regular jersey. It's the vested jersey, a throwback Griffey. And, you know, again, back when Russell Athletic was the main partner, it's kind of like a Mitchell and Ness, you know, type of jersey. And again, I only have worn this jersey probably a couple times since I've acquired it. And I felt, hey, what a better day to be able to show a new piece on the channel that I've never shown before than today. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I see you, Hawks. Don with the 20, getting us started right out of the gates. I appreciate you. $20 holla, Dawn. I appreciate you very, very much. A early MVP for Dawn. And again, 80 to go. Appreciate you. And first pitch. Pops PCA up. And there we go. Leo Rivas is there, and that is one away. Good start there. Next up for the Cubbies in the 2-hole, DHing Seiya Suzuki. On deck is Alex Bregman. Let's go, Cade. First pitch is inside, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And again, a lot of similarities that we said here on the channel early on to Clayton Kershaw, you know, and again, if he can have a Clayton Kershaw type of impact for the Mariners, that could definitely do big wonders for us, not only this season, but for his career. You know, could end up being that missing piece that we've needed in the starting rotation, not only as a lefty, but someone that could end up challenging Logan Gilbert for being the best on the squad. And again, Lazaro Montes hitting number home run 36 last night could end up being our Yordan Alvarez of the future, especially if we move on from Randy Arozarena and left. Lazaro Montes could be our starting right fielder, could move Luke or Dom to left. It's very exciting times with the farm and with Cade Anderson today. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Anderson to Suzuki. 1-2 pitch, change up 87 miles an hour, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Suzuki. Two pitch popped up. Naylor hustling and just to the wall and the warning track, but just not in time. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes from Cade Anderson. I can't believe I'm saying this. Cade Anderson finally to Seiya Suzuki. Let's go. Odin in the building. What's good? Make sure you keep me updated on what's going on, Odin, with Chiefs and Bucks. I saw the NFL Network is replaying it at 9 a.m. So that's when I'm going to have my full focus. I got to have my full attention on Cade Anderson and the Mariners. I can't split screen right now. So keep me posted, and then I will be watching the replay tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. 2-2 pitch. And a hard hit ball into right. And nice catch out there by the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. And that is 2 up and 2 down. Go swaggy with this jersey, man. I've been waiting to wear this jersey. The only times I was going to bust this jersey out is if we would have made the World Series, or if someone like Cade Anderson was going to end up playing in his first game. And, you know, here I am. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. 357 average, 8 homers, 22 ribbies in his last 24 games. Bregman is going crazy. We saw that last night with him hitting 2 home runs and the game-tying home run late against Andres Munoz. Pitch is high and away. Curveball, 80 miles an hour. 2 balls and no strikes from Anderson to Bregman. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss with the slider low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the first inning, 0-0, Cubs and Mariners. John in the building. How are you? Yeah, I enjoyed watching wrestling late last night. Bloody Mania 19, baby. Pitch popped up and out of play. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes from Cade Anderson to Alex Bregman. Angry in the building, Rebecca in the building, Sean, Odin, Andrea, Donkey, Hawks, I see you. Let's go, Cade. And again, I haven't been this excited for a pitcher making his debut, besides maybe Felix Hernandez. There was a lot of hype with Felix Hernandez. He knew King Felix could be special, and he ended up being incredible. And again, I have the same kind of vibes with Cade Anderson. Should have been the first pick in the draft. Somehow, some way, the Mariners got the 3rd pick in the first round, and he landed to us. And he definitely will make the teams that passed on him pay. 2-2 pitch, popped up and out of play. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Bregman. And the thing I like about Cade, whenever you see kind of a superstar, type of guy like a Skeens or, this Cade Anderson fellow that you're seeing in front of you, it's the way that he carries himself, the aura, the vibe, and just the overall, nature that you get when he's on the mound. You feel the confidence. He's been great in high school, won a natty at LSU after Skeens. And then, to be able to see what he did in the farm at AA. And again, I expect big things, and sooner than later, he's going to end up being our top guy in our rotation. And I've been just dreaming of having a stud lefty in the Mariner rotation. And finally, we get one. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Let's go. First punch out for Cade Anderson. Let's go, baby. And the crowd is hyped. And I'm telling you, Cade Anderson's jersey is going to sell. This is going to be probably the most popular jersey on the Mariners. We had Julio, and obviously Cal Raleigh after what he did last season. But there's a very good chance, especially with Cole Young as well, that there's going to be a lot of Cole Youngs and a lot of Cade Anderson jerseys. And again, I haven't been this hyped up for a left-handed pitcher since we had the big unit, Randy Johnson. All right, great job there by Cade Anderson, not giving up any runs early on. Looking fresh on the thumb. Oh, baby, let's go. And now let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see who's up next here for the Mariners. All right, looks like they made a lineup change. So Brendan Donovan is not leading off. Out of the lineup, Weston Wilson is in. I don't know if I like that. So let me rearrange everything here. Donnie is the perfect leadoff hitter. I'm not really sure if I'm liking the fact that he is out. But again, if it ends up being a minor tweak to an injury, you wouldn't think it would just be a normal day off on Cade Anderson's debut. And we won't have Wu starting tomorrow, but it sounds like he might come out of the pen. And Bryce Miller will be starting tomorrow, it sounds like. Some shoulder inflammation from Wu, but hopefully things will be all right. And I just got to readjust my lineups here with the numbers and the photos. So just give me a sec. But this decision for Brendan Donovan was just made. All right, got everything situated here. So Randy is leading off. First pitch to Randy. Pops it up. Deep center field. Back. Gone! Let's go! Randy Arosarena taking over Brendan Donovan. And the first pitch that he sees on Cade Anderson's debut. Back. Oh! go, Randy. Trident's up. Let's go, Randy Arosarena. I wasn't really thrilled seeing Donnie scratch, moments ago. But Randy says, you know what? I'll take over on a leadoff on Kate Anderson's debut. 1-0 M's. Next up is the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Let's see if Dom can have some patience in the box. Has been a little overly aggressive lately. First pitch, big swing and a miss with the sinker, low and at the knees, 0-1 count. Great start for the Mariners after obviously doing what they did yesterday and getting that victory. Slow dribbler towards first. Dom hustling and just in time with a toe tap in the bag. Good effort there by Dom, but just not in time. And that is one away. Sean with a 20 from one doggo dad to another. Let's go. Appreciate you. We're at 40 on the dono trade. 60 to go. Thank you so much for your guys' support, Dawn and Sean. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. First pitch to Julio, low and at the knees with a changeup, 88 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Julio Rodriguez in the box and on the mound, lefty, 7-7 record, ERA of 5.29. David Peterson. Nothing really to get too worried about with him. So, again, I'm not really too thrilled that Donnie is out. We've had some minor injuries to a few of our guys, but obviously Randy's stepping up as that leadoff hitter, and we saw that last year. And great job by Randy getting the party started. 1-1 pitch, fouled off and out of play with the changeup, 87 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Mariners. Let's go, baby. 1-2 pitch. Just gets a piece and out of play. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Seattle. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees, almost hitting Julio Rodriguez on the foot ankle area and has to kind of hop out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Peterson on the mound, Julio Rodriguez in the box. 2-2 pitch, low and at the knees. Count now was full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 4-seam fastball inside and fools Julio, and that is 2 away. Next up, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And Taylor Ward on deck. First pitch, high and inside with a sinker, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One 0 pitch. In there for a strike. Sinker, 93 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Peterson to Naylor. Jonah in the building. What's good? 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike with the sinker. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Peterson to Naylor. Right ends up. Let's go M's. Thankfully, we're not having a heat wave today. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to wear this, especially with the Mariners MLB turtleneck from the mid-90s. Not really a turtleneck kind of guy, but for baseball purposes, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And down he goes, Josh Naylor, and that is out number 3. But again, it is a very swaggy look. You remember Ichiro, running with the turtleneck back in the day, as well as Griffey in that era. And again, special occasion with Kate Anderson's first start. I figured, why not dress up a little bit more? All right, end of the first inning, 1-0 Mariners. And we get a blast by Randy Arosarena taking over Brandon Donovan, who is a late scratch in the lineup. And I'm just kind of take a peek to see if there's anything new. So Cole Wilcox, 15-day injured list, still potential to come back around this time. And then we got Donnie, his day-to-day, JP, and Colt Emerson. on the 10-day IL still, as we know. And then Colt might have surgery, so we'll have to kind of wait and see. And then Wu is day-to-day. Sounds like Wu will come out of the pen tomorrow. He was supposed to start tomorrow, so we're going to have Bryce Miller start and Wu come out of the pen. And that's based on the beat writers of the Mariners, but that could change, obviously, as we go into tomorrow's game, but we will see. End of the first inning, 1-0 Mariners. Great job there by Randy Arozarena with a solo dinger on the first pitch of the game to set the tone for Seattle. Now we just got to hope Randy's defense is going to be good as well. Nice job by Randy Arozarena. Solo dinger, 1-0 Seattle. End of the first inning as we transition into the top of the second. Let's see who's up next here for the Cubbies. Next up for the Cubs in the 4-hole, first baseman Michael Busch. Batting second in the 5-hole, shortstop Nico Werner. And batting in the 6-hole, right fielder Tyrone Taylor. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. We're only one sub away from 24,600, 401 to 25,000. And it looks like we just got our sub. Thank you so much. Now we need 100 to get to 24,700. All right, 400 subs to go to 25,000. The countdown is on. And if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. And we're trying to get to 100 as soon as possible and then hopefully finish somewhere between 150 and 200. First pitch, big swing and a miss. There by Busch from Cade Anderson with the slider. 0-1 count. 54 likes so far, 46 to 100. And a little slow dribbler towards first base and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. From Cade Anderson to Michael Busch. And again, Cade has always looked calm, cool, and collected. He's going to be, in my opinion, the Clayton Kershaw, of the Mariners. And again, if you watched him in high school, ERA was ridiculous. It was like 0.46. We saw him in college at LSU win a natty. And then obviously we've seen what he's been able to do in the farm in 18 starts, 10-1 record, 1.06 ERA, and a throw to first, and got him. And that is 1 away. But again, I haven't seen any pitcher, be as dominant as this, maybe going back to like Skeens and Steven Strasburg, the kind of the hype that we had around those two guys. And again, I really feel confident, with Cade Anderson, not only being able to give the Mariner fan base hope and faith, but could be one of the missing pieces to get us a little bit further than, obviously compared to some of the others that have struggled as of late. Obviously, we know that Bryce Miller and George Kirby are not looking good right now. Wu and Hancock are hit or miss. Gilbert's been great as our number 1, but we need another guy to pair up with Gilbert, and that looks like it might be Cade Anderson. 1-0 pitch, high and inside, 2 balls and no strikes from Anderson to Werner. And we still got Ryan Sloan waiting in the wings. He could end up being a starter one day or a guy that we can put in the pen. Lazaro Montes is hitting home runs on a crazy level. He looks like he could be the next Lazaro Montes transition into a Yordan Alvarez type, as that's popped up into center field. Julio is there, and that is 2 away. But if you haven't watched the Tacoma Rainiers and saw, what Michael Arroyo is doing, as well as on offense and defense, and especially Lazaro Montes, he's built, and he's not like the average right fielder. I mean, he can throw guys out from right field. He's at 36 home runs. I would love to see Laz on this team this season, but more than likely we'll have to wait till next year, unless there ends up being injuries to Taylor Ward, Victor Robles, Dominic Canzone, and I don't want any more injuries on this team, but it's definitely looking very sexy here within the next year or two. First pitch is in there to Taylor, takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike from Cade Anderson to Tyrone Taylor. One pitch, high and away, 4-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike from Cade Anderson to Tyrone Taylor. Two-one pitch, high and away, changeup, 85 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike from Anderson to Taylor. And again, we've had a few lefties over the years, but again, not anybody really super dominant as far as a lefty since Randy Johnson. And every generation, you got to hope that there's going to be some dominant lefties. And, we've seen some amazing ones, right? We've seen Ken Griffey Jr., we've seen Ichiro. And then obviously, at this point with Randy Johnson as a pitcher, Cade could definitely be one of those guys. And now Ramirez comes in after that last out. Taylor ends up going down, and that is 2 away. First pitch to Pedro Ramirez is a ball, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch from Cade. Little check swing, but he goes around. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful slider there. 82 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Cade Anderson to Pedro Ramirez. 1-1 pitch, kind of a lazy check swing, and he goes around with a curveball, 83 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first with 2 outs. Yeah, and again, we've had so many righties on the mound. I mean, we've had left-handed hitters, but I've been dreaming for this kind of moment, to have a dominant lefty. And again, someone that's got that, calm, cool, collected composure, cool as a cucumber, Cade Anderson. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Ramirez. And honestly, he was ready months ago. We could have called him up a long time ago. And again, I know he's definitely hungry. And I mean, there might be a few butterflies, but to me, I don't think there are really as many butterflies as there normally would be for a guy making a start. I mean, this is a guy that was dominant in high school, won a natty in college. So the big moments are not anything new to him. And then honestly, I think he was probably irritated that he didn't get called up to AAA sooner or make the big leagues sooner. So I think he definitely has a lot to prove, but again, he's a very humble guy and a guy that you can easily root for. And I know that a lot of people are going to rock that jersey, including myself, in the near future. ABS challenge here. And just outside, Mariners lose that challenge. And I like the fact that we got Cal, catching here instead of Pareda for, obviously Cade's first start. Ball is confirmed. Count now is 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Got him. Big swing and a miss. Cade, my man. Let's go. And again, we've been waiting for someone to really rally and get excited about. Like, we've had Julio and Cal for a couple years. So I feel like the kind of excitement factor, it's, hasn't worn off, but it's not as exciting as it was when we first got Julio and Cal in 2022, where they were really, starting to show what they were about as young players. Now Julio and Cal are considered vets, even though they've only been in the league 4 or 5 years. So obviously we're getting excited about Cole Young, and obviously we wanted Colt Emerson to do a little bit better, but playing hurt and defense was great, but obviously that batting average dipped below 200. And we know that Colt will eventually get that spot back, from Brock Rod and JP and some of these other guys that are filling in. But again, I don't know if we've had, this kind of King Felix kind of excitement since King Felix as far as a pitcher. No disrespect against Logan Gilbert or George Kirby or Brian Wu or Emerson Hancock or Bryce Miller. All those guys are great, but I don't think any of those guys really sell jerseys. I don't think there's anybody really out there going above and beyond. They're like really, really good, and a lot of the guys have made all-star, appearances, but none of them are really considered superstar. And I think Cade has a chance to be that first superstar pitcher on the Seattle Mariners since King Felix. And again, I'm very excited to see what he continues to do. So far, killing it. And let's see who's up next year as we go to the bottom of the second inning with a 1-0 lead. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. In the 5-hole, DHing Taylor Ward, who's done a great job since he's joined the Mariners at the deadline. Batting second in the 6 hole with that big 3-run jack yesterday when we were down 3-0. Obviously, he's had a rough year, but you never know. With one swing, he can turn the game around. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And batting third in the 7 hole, second baseman. He can play offense, he can play defense, and he's going to be the starting second baseman in the American League for many years to come. Cole Clutch Young. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. We hit 24,600. Thank you so much. 400 subs to go to 25,000. Can't wait for that. Shout out to our female audience, our new subs, our regulars, our mods, and everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. First pitch in to Taylor Ward is a strike looking with the curve, 0-1 count. And we're at 69 likes, 31 to do 100. Oh, 1 pitch fouled off right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes to Taylor Ward. And obviously, I'm still looking forward to JP coming back. And obviously, it's a shame that Luke Raley had season-ending surgery, and we're not going to have any more of Luke Raley. Really would have wished that Raley and Canzone would have been everyday starters. We probably would have 5 or 10 more wins on top of Donnie being healthy the whole year and not losing Brash, Criswell, and Vargas. But Vargas is back. And again, vibes are starting to get a little bit higher. And especially if Cade can, propel us, to the playoffs, even with a bad manager, and that could be definitely something not only for this season, but obviously moving on to next year and to build off that as well. Pitch fouled off, high and inside and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the 2nd inning, 1-0 Seattle. Solo dinger by Randy Arosarena on the first pitch of the game, filling in for Brandon Donovan, who is day to day. Pitch fouled off towards third base and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Peterson to Taylor Ward. Vintage in the building. What's good? But again, I know Julio and Cal jerseys obviously sold a lot, within the last few years, especially Cal last year. Julio is always going to be the consistent, jersey. But I think, again, Cole Young and Cade Anderson, those jerseys are really start to pick up in sales moving forward. 2-2 pitch. And it wouldn't shock me if Cade ends up being number 1 on the team, even more than Julio. There is a lot of hype, with Cade Anderson. Pitch fouled off and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Peterson to Ward. 2-2 pitch. High and inside. Good take there by Taylor Ward. And one thing I can appreciate about Taylor, not only in his Angel days, but also in his Baltimore Oriole days, even though his numbers dropped off quite a bit, he's always been kind of a patient hitter in the box. And I can appreciate that. We have one of our own in JP Crawford, who is kind of the same way. Definitely can take, the first 2 pitches and doesn't even bother him. Even if he takes 2 strikes right down the middle, he's got confidence that he can still end up, forcing a walk out of an 0-2 count or grinding out an 0-2 count to 2-2 or better. 3-2 pitch popped up by Ward. Should be a routine play here in shallow center. PCA is there, and that is 1 away. Rebecca in the building. What's good? Next up is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Next up is Cole Clutch Young. First pitch is low and at the knees. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh, 1-0 count. And I like the fact that we're going against lefties, because again, it was one of those things that we struggled with, whether they were good or they were bad. But Cal sees the baseball better as a righty than a lefty lately. And there we go. Another hit by Cal Raleigh from the right side. I honestly think Cal should just bat from the right side the rest of the year. I know he's not going to do it. He's going to do the matchups, right-handed bat versus left-handed pitcher, and obviously a right-handed pitcher, left-handed bat, but again, Cal Raleigh finding a way to get a base knock and definitely seeing the baseball within the last month and a half much better from the right side rather than his strong side, the left, which is a little ironic considering the right side is the weak side. But for this year, in the last month and a half, the right side is the new strong side. Next up is Cole Clutch Young. First pitch to Young, good patience, high and away with the 4-seam fastball, 1-0 count. $15 home runs for Cole Young, 5 more to get to 20. And we got Dom and Julio stuck at 19. Hopefully they can get there as well. 1-0 pitch, and Young pops it up. Shallow first base and caught, and that is 2 away. And filling in for Brandon Donovan at the very last minute in the 8-hole, third baseman Weston Wilson. And we did see him get that solo dinger against the Yankees when we ended up winning 1-0, but we didn't like the substitution late, when we ended up having Brock Rodden, paired up with Pareda. They substituted Cal for Pareda. That worked out, but Weston Wilson in for Brock in that situation against the Brewers, definitely not ideal when you're only down a couple runs and you got runs at first and second. You got to know your personnel, and unfortunately, Dan Wilson sometimes doesn't know what he is doing. First pitch takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. And let's see if Weston can make the most of this opportunity. Definitely plays better when he starts rather than when he comes in late in a game. 0-1 pitch, high and inside, four-seam fastball in there, 94 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Peterson to Weston Wilson. And it sounds like with Donnie, it's just minor, day to day. Same thing with Wu. And there's a good chance instead of Wu starting, we may end up seeing him, obviously in the bullpen. And then depending on how Wu looks, they may end up doing a 6-man rotation with Cade, possibly a piggyback, or worst case scenario, Brian Wu goes to the 10-day injured list. But hopefully that doesn't happen. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Peterson. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first with 2 outs. 1-0 Seattle with a solo dinger by Randy Arozarena on the first pitch of the game. Little dribbler up the middle. Throw to first, and that is out number 3. All right, let's go to the top of the 3rd inning and see who's up next here for Chicago. Next up for the Cubs in the 8-hole, the fielder, Kevin Alcantara. Batting second in the 9-hole, catcher Miguel Amaya. And batting third, 0 for 1, center fielder, potentially going to be the National League MVP. He's in the race with Shohei Ohtani, and we already know Yordan Alvarez already has won that award, even though it's not official in the American League. But it's definitely going to come down to the wire like it did with Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge in the American League last year. Does PCA have enough to overthrow Shohei Ohtani? We will find out. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 100 subs to go to 24,700, 400 to go to 25,000, 6.2 to 6.3 million views. Next goal is 7 million views, then 8, 9, and 10. Gained another sub moments ago. Appreciate you. 99 subs to go. To 24,700. Shout out to our female audience, our new subs, our mods, our regulars, and everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. And it's the end of the second inning, 1-0 Mariners. Solo dinger on the first pitch of the game to Randy Arozarena, filling in for Brandon Donovan, who is day today. We're at 76 likes, 24 more to 100. th anniversary for the Seattle Mariners, 40-plus years on the radio for this legend and icon. He's retiring after the season from the radio booth, so every stream we dedicate it to the one and the only Rick Riz. We love you. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And we got the Mariner Moose out early. Good thing so far with Randy Arozarena setting the tone. But again, we just need to be able to keep our team healthy. Not really, ideal to have Donnie not available, but hopefully it'll be something minor and we'll be good to go. First pitch with the four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour, in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Let's go, Cade. And again, I haven't been this excited for a debut of a player since maybe King Felix. And again, we already knew about Julio and Cal, but as far as pitchers are concerned, I was excited for Gilbert and Kirby and Wu and Miller and Hancock, but not the same type of vibes with Cade Anderson. It definitely feels a little bit more special, like a King Felix type of, vibe, or like a Randy Johnson kind of vibe. And again, this could end up being the Clayton Kershaw of the Mariners. And again, if he ends up being that guy, that could be the difference between us, not only making the playoffs, but also making a deeper run at the playoffs. 0-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. And that is the 4th strikeout for Cade Anderson in his MLB debut. He is wicked. And again, Cade is going to show people how great he truly is. And eventually he's going to be our number 1 in the rotation. And again, if he's a guy that if we get into a 7-game series and he can pitch 3 times, with the rest of the talent with Gilbert, Kirby, Wu, Hancock, and Miller at our disposal, think about how dominant that makes us. That could, potentially mean that we could move a few guys into the bullpen, like Miller and Wu, or Miller and, Kirby, if potentially at some point or another in big games. And, it's definitely exciting to be able to have this kind of depth. Next up is Miguel Amaya. First pitch is a ball low and at the knees. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Back to the wall. And Randy got it. Wow. Let's go. Randy Arozarena robbing a home run. What am I seeing? Randy showing effort on Cade Anderson's debut, robbing a home run like Julio. Someone pinch me. I mean, Randy has only shown effort defensively maybe like 5 times all year. But I guess this is one of those 5 times. Great job by Randy, robbing a home run and hitting a home run. Great job by Randy Arozarena. He's going to be one of the biggest free agents after this season. And again, great job with the timing by Randy. And the Cubs bullpen can't believe it. Let's go. Great timing. That definitely reminded me of Ken Griffey Jr. or Julio Rodriguez. Unbelievable. Let's go. Huge. Way to be, Randy. Every once in a blue moon, you'll get Randy to play defense, and awesome. First pitch is high and inside to PCA. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes from Anderson to Armstrong. I'm not sure if it's because of Cade Anderson's debut. I mean, if that was any other pitcher, does he do that? I don't know, but great job. 2-0 pitch and a little dribbler towards first. Cole Young is there, as reliable as they come. Throw to first, and that is out number 3. Let's go. Let's go, baby. And again, if you end up making a big play, on defense, and you end up being one of the first 3 guys up in the next inning, obviously the momentum and the Uncle Mo and the adrenaline is flowing. Maybe we'll get another big play here out of Randy Arozarena. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and let's see if we can get on the board again. Next up for the Mariners, in the 9-hole, playing shortstop, the hero last night, game-winning RBI, Leo Rivas. Batting second, 1-for-1 with a home run. He's up second, Randy Arozarena. Could be something special at this at-bat. And batting third, 0-for-1 in right field, the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. $99 subs to go to 24,700. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. And Paisley's in here looking for a snack, so I got to go get her a snack here real quick. We're at 83 likes, 17 to 100. All right, snack secured from Paisley. First pitch to Leo Rivas is a ball low and away. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss, low and away with the sinker, 92 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Peterson to Leo Rivas. 7-7 record, ERA of 5.29 there for Peterson. 1-1 pitch, four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour, low and at the knees. Count now is 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Mariners with a solo dinger by Randy Arozarena on the first pitch of the game. 2-1 pitch, low and at the knees. Count now is 3 balls and 1 strike from Peterson to Leo Rivas. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Three-one pitch, little slow dribbler up the middle. Throw to first, toe tap on the bag, and that is 1 away. I think I would have rather seen Brock Rodden start rather than Leo. I get it, Leo was the hero last night, but I think Brock would have been a better choice today. But again, we can still win even with Leo playing. And that still could mean Brock could come in late in the game for Leo, so there's that. All right, next up is Randy Arozarena, who's hit a home run and robbed a home run today. And let's see what Randy does here in his second at-bat. First pitch with a curveball, 81 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch. Low and at the knees again. Another curveball, 80 miles an hour. 2 balls and no strikes from Peterson to Randy Arozarena. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Yeah, the ferry boat with the chicken strips and whatnot looks amazing. Haven't had it yet, but maybe one day when I go. Takes that strike looking right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 2-1 pitch, high and away. Changeup outside of the zone. 85 miles an hour there by Peterson. Count now is 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning in Cade Anderson's debut. Randy robbing a home run and hitting a home run. So everything kind of coming together so far. Pitch fouled off and out of play. Four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour there by Peterson. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. Xavier in the building. What's good? 3-2 pitch, high and inside. And that's a walk to Randy Arozarena. Next up is the Italian Stallion, right fielder Dominic Canzone. On deck is Julio Rodriguez. Dante in the building. What's good, baby? Let's go. Yeah, and again, I'm not surprised one bit that Cade's playing well. Again, if you watched him in high school, if you watched him at LSU, and if you didn't watch in those particular, instances, you watched him in the farm, obviously a little bit here and there or in spring training. And, he had all the tools to be the number 1 pick overall. Obviously, we know the Nats went for a positional player. The Angels decided to go for a different pitcher. And thankfully they did, because I'd rather have Cade on the Mariners than on the Angels. And again, he's going to end up being a superstar, in my opinion. Could be the next Clayton Kershaw, for the Mariners. And again, I think he could end up being our number 1 pitcher sooner than later, and again, Logan Gilbert is in that spot now, but for how long, and again, it'll be nice to be able to have guys that we can count on, because right now with Miller and Kirby, can't really count on them at the moment. And then Wu and Hancock are hit or miss. And the really one guy that we can trust right now is only Logan Gilbert. So it would be nice to be able to have another guy, a dynamic duo with Gilbert and Anderson. And I'm really happy that Cade finally got the call up. Throw to first and safe. And again, I do think that Cade's jersey is going to be the top seller. It's going to overtake Julio and Cal. And then I do believe Cole Young's jersey will start to pick up once they start making a few more going into next season, especially when he makes his first All-Star game as a starter at second base. But Cade, has all the tools to be that, number 1 jersey seller with Julio on the Mariners, no doubt. And by far the most popular pitcher jersey that we have seen probably since King Felix. And then prior to that, obviously, Randy Johnson. I'll definitely be getting my Cade, but I'm going to be waiting for a sewn version, whenever that comes out, and then we'll have to wait to see how many they do. City Connect, with the white, the gray, potentially coming back, the road blue, steelhead. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. The cream and the grays are kind of off the board now, but that doesn't mean that those aren't going to come back one day. Pitch fouled off and out of play for Dominic Canzone. But again, I love all the different styles of the Mariners jerseys, and maybe one day they'll end up doing a vested turtleneck jersey again, for the Mariners. I would love that. 2-2 pitch. And a big swing and a miss on that sinker to Dominic Canzone, and unfortunately that is 2 away. Next up in the 3-hole, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. And we have seen Julio warm up in batting practice with a newer version of this, Russell Athletic, Griffey throwback from 95 to 97 when they wear like the black Mariner hat. That's kind of like an alternate hat that you never see them really wear, typically, but just kind of like practice gear. And when obviously the summer months, get hot, you'll end up seeing those vested jerseys come out. But it's pretty rare. It's not something that you see very often. And obviously, they're not going to typically let the players just wear a vested jersey with nothing underneath. But again, turn back the clock night and things like that. You never know what could eventually happen. Big swing and a miss, low and at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes from Peterson to Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. But I do like the vested look. With no sleeves, with the turtleneck. I think it's a very, very clean look. Throw to first. Oh, and Randy almost got picked off. I wonder if they're going to challenge that. Cubs are going to take a look. It looked very close. I guess no challenge coming. Runner at first with 2 outs. 0-2 count from Peterson to Julio. Come on, J-Rod. Long hold by Peterson here. Big swing and a miss. Down goes J-Rod, and that is the end of the 3rd inning. 1-0 M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Let's go to the top of the 4th inning. Cade Anderson wheeling and dealing, as well as Randy Arozarena with a home run and robbing a home run. But I still think there's a good chance that we can get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Next up for the Cubs, 0 for 1, DHing Seiya Suzuki. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, third baseman Alex Bregman. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, first baseman Michael Busch. And again, I love that Cade is starting against a team that's roughly 20 games above 500. That's a playoff team. He's not going against some bottom feeder. So it really can, show the haters and the doubters that he can play in this league. He can skip AAA altogether, and he can hang with just about anybody in baseball, even as a rookie from LSU. So, again, if we were going against a bottom feeder and he ended up getting, 7, 8, 9, 10 Ks, there still would be that outside talk of haters thinking that he can't do it against great hitters. But so far, Cade looking like he belongs and probably should have been called up months ago. Great job so far by Cade Anderson. End of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Seattle. Yeah, he was supposed to be, leading off today. So that's what happened. And then they had to scratch him at the very last minute. And then Randy ended up starting as a leadoff hitter. So, I mean, just our luck, that something like that happens, right? And we've had so many injuries. It's just ridiculous, and again, it's just next man up mentality. End of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Seattle. $99 subs to go to 24,700. We hit 24,600, which is fantastic. 399 to go to get to 25,000. We're at 40 on the dono train, 60 to go. Now let's see if Cade can stack up a few more Ks here before he exits. First pitch in there for a strike with the slider. 0-1 count. And again, Cade has always looked, very calm and collected, from his high school days to LSU and the Natty, and then even in, spring training. And then if, you got a chance to watch anything there in Arkansas in Double-A, everything just comes very easy and, smooth to him. And a pop up there, where's the effort? And Julio Rodriguez doesn't get to that ball in time, and Seiya Suzuki with a little bloop single into shallow center. '25 College World Series Most Outstanding Player. Third pick in the draft, 18 starts, 10-1 record with a 1.06 ERA. And we haven't seen stats like that since Paul Skeens and Steven Strasburg. Now, Strasburg didn't really fully pan out with injuries and whatnot, and obviously we know Skeens' numbers have gone down since his rookie year, but again, could end up being a Clayton Kershaw type, and that gets me very excited. I'm a big, fan of lefties, not just in baseball, but in sports. There's just less of them, but it just looks so smooth, no matter who it is. Griffey, Randy Johnson, Ichiro, and now Cade Anderson. Not that I dislike righties. I love Edgar Martinez. I love Julio Rodriguez. Obviously we know Cole Young, a lefty as well, but something about lefties. 0-2 pitch. Popped up by Bregman. And Naylor is there in foul territory, battling the sun, and got it. And that is 1 away. Next up is Michael Busch, top of the fourth inning, runner at first with 1 out, 1-0 Mariners. Cade looking amazing. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 count. And, we should have had a lefty, by now, and we've had a few in the past, within the last 10 or 15 years, but, nothing on the Randy Johnson level until now. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike as that slider ends up missing, low and away. 90 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first and 1 out. Top of the fourth inning, 1-0 Seattle. And again, it gives you a different vibe when you see Cade on the mound. It's like this confidence that, he's going to get the job done. And again, we haven't really had that feeling even with our number 1, Logan Gilbert. I felt this way when Felix was on the mound. I felt this way when Randy Johnson was on the mound, but I haven't felt this way since Felix until today. And that's a good feeling, and we know that there's going to be hiccups and bumps in the road, and there's going to be times where Cade gets rocked, but again, it just feels like he has a different, type of player that we haven't had on the Mariners in quite some time. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes from Cade Anderson to Michael Busch. Two pitch, and that's strike 3. Let's go. Freezing him on the slider, baby. Cade's already got 5 Ks. Let's go with a 1-hitter against one of the best hitting teams in baseball, the Chicago Cubs. Unbelievable. This guy's the real deal Holyfield, folks. Let me tell you. So many pitches in his arsenal. And again, it's a guy that's so easy to root for. He's not cocky. He's not going to be talking shit. He's not going to be dancing around. Again, he just definitely handles his business the right way. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing to finally have a talent like this, in Seattle. We've always been known as a great developmental team for pitchers, but again, to be able to have a King Felix, Randy Johnson, elite type, it's so refreshing. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Cade Anderson to Nico Werner. One pitch, chop behind the plate and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Cade Anderson to Nico Werner. And again, in a 7-game series, you want to be able to have a guy that could pitch 3 times, and I don't think I have confidence in anyone pitching 3 times on the squad besides maybe Logan. But, again, Cade Anderson doing big things here early. 1-2 pitch. Little check swing that goes out of play. Cade Anderson on the mound. Nico Werner in the box. One-two pitch, little dribbler up the middle. And there we go, Rivas, a little flip to second base. And that is out number 3. Great job. And this has definitely been one of the more anticipated, first games out of any player in quite some time. And he's definitely living up to the billing. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning and see if we can add on a few more runs. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with a K. First baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Batting second, 0 for 1 in the 5-hole, DHing Taylor Ward. And batting third, 1 for 1, catcher in the 6-hole, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Right ends up, let's go M's. 99 subs to go to 24,700. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. And let's see where we're at on the likes, how close we are to 100. We should be over 100 by now. We got 234 in the room, but again, let's see what we're at. We're at 93. Can we get 7 people to smash that like button so we can get over 100, and we should be good to go after that. All right, we're at 93 likes, 7 more to 100. We got 233 in the room. Should definitely easily get to 150 to 200 before this game is over. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Mariners. And again, Cade Anderson living up to the billing. So far with the stat line, Cade Anderson, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, only 1 walk, 5 Ks, 57 pitches, 38 strikes with an ERA of 0.00. Let's go. Cade bringing that electricity, and that's exactly what we needed after a very hard-fought win last night, winning in extras. After the game got tied up 5-5 with Bregman's second home run of the game, we found a way to win in 10, 6-5. And again, if we can win with Cade, we might be able to, end up winning in a sweep. But it does make me a little concerned that we're going to have Bryce Miller on the mound tomorrow instead of Brian Wu. Wu would give us a better chance, even though we might see Wu in the bullpen. And Miller hasn't won a game since July 2nd. So Miller needs to get transitioned into the bullpen. But now with Wu, with this, minor injury, that's probably not going to happen. But you never know. At some point, Miller's got to figure it out. And hopefully tomorrow will be that day. First pitch in to Naylor. There from Peterson with a sinker, 90 miles an hour, 0-1 count. And a little dribbler towards first, toe tap on the bag, and that is 1 away. Next up in the 5-hole, DHing Taylor Ward. On deck in the 6-hole, catcher big dumper Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Ward. 0 for 1 with a fly out in the second. And a little dribbler there towards third. Throw to first. And that is 2 up and 2 down. Next up is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. On deck is Cole Clutch Young. First pitch is high and away with a 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Peterson, 1-0 count. Let's go, Cal. Cal seeing the baseball much better from the right side within the last month and a half. And let's see if he can get another hit to start off his day going 2 for 2. Had a nice single towards left field. Obviously got to get that batting average, up above 200. And he's only 6 homers away from 20. Even with this horrific batting average that's been around 150 to 160, hopefully he'll be able to get it up to the 180, 200 range sooner than later. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Low and away, changeup, 88 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Mariners. First pitch of the game to Randy Arozarena, solo dinger, and Randy ended up robbing a home run to prevent the game from being 1-1. And Cade Anderson has been magnificent up to this point as well. 1-2 pitch, high and away. Changeup, 87 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball there by Cal with a laser towards third and out of play. Try to dance up. Let's go, M's. Let's go, Cal. Two pitch. And Cal fouls that one back to the T-Mobile bricks and the Capital One sign there at T-Mobile. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, and 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Mariners. And hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of their bullpen. Because again, with Bryce Miller on the mound tomorrow, things could go sideways. Sounds like Wu might be available from the bullpen, but it feels like we're definitely going to have to score, 5 to 7 tomorrow, more than likely to win. And who knows how much, Bryce will give up early on. Hopefully not a lot, but, Bryce and Kirby have not been good, as of late. Hancock and Wu have been kind of hit or miss, and Gilbert's really been our only stud. And now it sounds like we might have another in Cade Anderson. 3-2 pitch, popped up, and out of play. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Peterson on the mound, big dumper in the box. Three-two pitch, check swing. Did he go? No, he does not. And Cal with a great at-bat and now forcing a walk. Next up in the 7 hole, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. On deck in the 8 hole, third baseman Weston Wilson. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Celebrated a birthday a few days ago, Brooks did. And I know he's on a little bit of a mini vacay right now. Hope you're doing well, Brooks Beats. First pitch fouled off behind the plate. Sinker 93 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Peterson on the mound, Cole Clutch Young in the box. Let's go, Cole. 0-1 pitch. And a little dribbler there towards second base, throw to first, and that is out number 3. End of the 4th inning, 1-0 Seattle. Let's see who's up next here for the Cubs in the top of the 5th. Next up for the Cubs in the 6 hole, right fielder, 0 for 0 with a walk, Tyrone Taylor. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, second baseman Pedro Ramirez. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, in the 8 hole left fielder, Kevin Alcantara. 99 subs to go to 24,700, 399 to get to 25,000. All right, 40 on the dono train, 60 to go. Let's see where we're at on the likes. We should be over 100 by now, especially with the amount of people we got in the room. We're at 107, 93 to go. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And shout out to Dawn as well as Sean for getting us going. Cade Anderson so far, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks, 57 pitches, 38 strikes with an ERA of 0. And let's see if he can end up getting into that, 7, 8, 9, 10 range before he ends up exiting, unless they end up, having a certain pitch count set for him around 80 or so. But hopefully they just let him go. Obviously he hasn't had any issues up to this point, and we don't really know what our bullpen is going to look like. Obviously we saw Eduard Bazardo almost blow it yesterday, but hopefully we end up seeing Gabe Spire or Jose Ferrer. But we did see Gabe a little bit yesterday, so maybe Jose Ferrer, and we'll see kind of where it goes. Might actually end up seeing Carlos Vargas at some point during the series as well. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. There's Rick Riz, 41st and final season as the Mariners broadcaster. We always show love to Rick every game. The Rizzler. First pitch is high and away, slider, 86 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, high and away, slider 87 miles an hour, just missing. 2 balls and no strikes from Anderson to Taylor. (10-1) record, ERA of 1.06 and 18 starts for Arkansas. 2-0 pitch, and gets Taylor to pop up and out of play. Four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour there by Cade Anderson. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Seattle. Trident's up. Let's go Mariners. 2-1 pitch from Anderson. Popped up and out of play. Slider 85 miles an hour. Count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Taylor. Two pitch. Low and at the knees with a changeup, 84 miles an hour. Low and inside. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Taylor. 3-2 pitch ends up being a little low and a walk for Cade Anderson. Next up in the 7-hole, second baseman Pedro Ramirez. On deck in the 8-hole, left fielder Kevin Alcantara. Throw to first, and Taylor is safe. First pitch is low and at the knees as a stolen bag attempt and safe. No throw there by Cal. And now they got a runner in scoring position. One-0 pitch, high and away. Curveball, 81 miles an hour, missing there by Anderson. 2 balls and no strikes with a runner at second with no outs. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Mariners. And hopefully we can get a little bit of defense here unless Cade can lock in. Let's go, Cade. And we got a mound visit there by Cal, and I think that's a great time to finally have just kind of a one-on-one with Cade. He's done a fantastic job up to this point, and just got to be able to see if we can keep this runner stranded. And again, Cade Anderson is already pitching like a veteran, and it's his first start in the MLB. It's very impressive. Five Ks so far for Cade, and only 1 hit. Karina and Eric are there, his mom and dad. 2-0 pitch. They show bunt, and it gets dropped towards third, and foul out of play. Top of the fifth inning, runner at second with no outs. Mariners hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Solo dinger by Randy Arozarena on the first pitch of the game. Randy also robbing a home run as well to keep the game at 1-0 instead of 1-1. But we need a few other individuals to step up to add on to the scoreboard, and hopefully Cade can get out of this mini jam here in the fifth. 2-1 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Ramirez. Come on, Cade. Throw to second. And runner is safe. Come on, Cade. 2-2 pitch. Pitch is low and at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Anderson to Ramirez. Come on, Cade. 3-2 pitch. And a little line drive towards third that skates through. Get it, Randy. And now we got runners at first and third with no outs. Come on, Anderson. Got to find a way to get a strikeout and a double play, or a double play and a strikeout, and keep that runner stranded at third, hopefully. Next up is Kelvin Alcantara. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. Come on, Cade. May need another mound visit from Cal in a moment. And they got a few guys warming up in the pen. Or at least looking like they may be starting to warm up at some point. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Shallow right field. And it's caught. Runner tags up from third. And scores. And the game now is tied 1-1. But again, if you give up 2 runs or less, that's exactly what you're looking at. To give up your first run in your first start in the 5th inning. I mean, he's still doing a fantastic job. But now hopefully that'll be the only run that he gives up. And we can end up maybe getting a double play on this next batter. Slow dribbler up the middle and a nice soft throw to Naylor. And then we get out of this inning with only a 1-1 tie. And a little dribbler towards third. Give me the double play. And got him. Let's go. You ask for a double play, you get a double play. Let's go. Great job. Great double play to get, Cade out of the inning. And again, unfortunate that they tied the game up, but the Cubs are one of the best hitting teams in baseball. It's not like they're going to be sitting at 0 for the whole game. Great job there by the Mariners getting that big double play. And now let's go to the bottom of the 5th to make up for that run that Cade just gave up. Let's see who we have up next here for Seattle. Next up for the Mariners in the 8-hole, third baseman Weston Wilson. Batting second, 0 for 1 in the 9-hole, shortstop Leo Rivas dropped the bunt down. And batting third, 1 for 1 with a run, RBI, and a base on ball, as well as robbing a home run, Randy Arozarena, who homered on the first pitch of the game. Let's go, Randy. $99 subs to go to 24,700. Gained another sub moments ago. Appreciate you. 398 to go to 25,000. Shout out to our female audience, our regulars, our mods, as well as our new subs and everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. Shout out to Dawn and Sean for getting the party started on the Dono train. And let's see where we're at on the likes with 243 in the room. We're at 119, 81 to go. Cade already looking like one of the top 2 guys in the rotation with Logan Gilbert. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 72 pitches, 45 strikes, 1.80 ERA. Let's go, Cade. And we know Leo Rivas came through in the clutch last night with that game-winning RBI. Probably should have had Brock Rodden start this game, but that doesn't mean that Rodden may not come in a little bit later. Could end up being the unsung hero for the Mariners. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. (36-28) on the road. I'm not sure if I would say that sucks on the road. First pitch is low and at the knees with a changeup, 84 miles an hour, 1-0 count. (1-0) pitch, low and at the knees. Changeup missing again, 83 miles an hour, 2 balls and no strikes from Peterson to Weston Wilson. 2-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And it looks like he does go around with that sinker, 92 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike from Peterson to Weston Wilson. Come on, Weston. We got Carlos Vargas potentially warming up at some point here. 2-1 pitch. Wilson, let's go! And nice job by Weston Wilson with a little blooper into right field for a single. My man, there we go. And obviously, Weston got the call at the very last minute when Donnie was scratched from the leadoff spot. And great to be able to see a guy coming in, next man up mentality, at least get on base once today. Great job, Weston. Hopefully that won't be the only time he gets up. Next up here is Leo Rivas. I wouldn't mind him bunting here to move the runner over unless he's able to get a base knock. Let's go, Leo. Let's go, Leo. Switch hitter can go left or right like Cal Raleigh, as well as Brock Rodden. Great to have a few switch hitters on the team. And goes for the bunt. Did he get hit? And Rivas gets hit by the pitch. We saw Victor Robles lean into a bunt and I thought almost got hit in the head last night. But again, we may have to see a replay here if this ends up hitting the bat or if it ends up hitting the player. But Counsell, the Cubs manager, is coming out. Let's take a look again. Oh, it did hit him in the hand. And Rivas goes down instantly. And again, I want to be able to see the Mariners bunt a little bit more often. That's what good teams do. And Rivas gets hit by the pitch. Counsell doesn't agree, but you can clearly see it on the replay. Rivas didn't even make a way to first base because he got hit, and anytime you end up getting hit by a ball and you go immediately on your back, it's not like we have a bunch of LeBron James, baseball players out there that are flopping. So now we got runners at first and second with no outs. Next up is Randy Arosarena. Let's see if Randy can get a home run or an RBI. On deck is the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Bottom of the 5th inning, runners at first and second with no outs. Game tied at 1, but hopefully this will be the inning that we end up taking the lead. Cade Anderson has been pitching a gem. I'm not shocked one bit. Followed him at high school, college at LSU, winning the Natty. Obviously in spring training as well at Arkansas AA. 18 starts, 10-1 record, 1.06 ERA. I mean, it's a big hype train. Just like there was with Steven Strasburg as well as Paul Skeens recently. And definitely looks like he's going to live up to the billing. First pitch takes a strike looking right down the middle to Randy Arosarena, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch from Peterson to Randy. Little slow dribbler towards third. Run! Throw to first. Safe! Let's go! Bases loaded and Randy actually hustling. I don't know what Randy ate today, but again, he got a home run on the first pitch, robbed a home run, which he never does, maybe once or twice a season, and then actually runs out a ball that normally he would have just gave up on. I mean, this is the ultimate, like, hey, I'm going to try today kind of game. And again, we only see this out of Randy, hustling to first, robbing a home run, hitting a home run, doing like everything that you expect from an all-star player. We only see this version of Randy on the Mariners maybe 5 times, in a whole season. And I guess this is one of those 5 times. And again, great job there by Randy Arozarena. Bases loaded, running out that single that could have easily been out at first if he would have ran like he normally does, but actually hustled and tried like Luke Raley. And look at that. Bases loaded. He is safe with no outs. Awesome. Great effort. And that's the type of Randy that we all kind of hope and wish that we could get on a regular basis. Because again, if Randy was like that, we definitely would want him to come back to Seattle next season instead of just not running to first hard and being lazy on ground balls. And then when he gets the ball, throwing a lob instead of a laser. It just feels like a player that is so good that's probably recognized as like a top 20, top 35 player, somewhere in that range, could be a top 15 player if he just tried, every day. But unfortunately, you just don't get this version of Randy every day. And Canzone with a little dribbler up the middle. Could be a double play. Safe. Runner comes home. Woo! Let's go. And Dominic Canzone running hard. No double play. And a run scores. Weston Wilson, 2-1 Mariners. Let's go. Good base running by the Mariners, and that hasn't always been the case for us this season. Great job. Randy hustling, Dom hustling. And again, I don't know if it's just because Cade Anderson is starting and they want to be able to get the win for him. Obviously, every game means everything, especially when you're going against a team that's roughly, around that 20 games above 500, now 19 because we won yesterday. But, we went against the Brewers, who are the best team in baseball, that were 30 games over. And we only won 1 out of 3, but we could have won 2 out of 3 if we had a little bit better management by Dan Wilson. But looks like the Mariners are very hungry to try to win 2 out of 3 or potentially sweep if we win today. But again, with Bryce Miller on the mound, we don't really know how that'll go tomorrow, but we got to secure the win for Cade Anderson in his first start. First pitch in there to Julio Rodriguez, high and away, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Peterson to Julio. 1-1 pitch to Rodriguez. Big swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball. 92 miles an hour there by Peterson. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners on the corners at first and third with 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Seattle. If Randy played like this, every day, we would definitely want him to come back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Not, we only want Randy if he's a DH and we don't have to worry about his, laziness running to first or laziness on ground balls. It's just, I don't think I've ever seen a player, be an all-star year in and year out and only, kind of try half the time. It's just, so much untapped potential. If someone could just, let him know, it's I know you're rich and you're a professional, but you could actually take your game to a whole nother level if you just tried every day. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. But I assume that the Mariners will let him walk. We can bring up Lazaro Montes to right field, move Luke Raley or Dom to left. And again, Randy will probably end up being on the Yankees or the Dodgers next year. That wouldn't shock me one bit. And if he doesn't play, hard on, ground balls on those teams, it won't matter. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Down goes Julio. And that is 2 away. All right, let's see if Josh Naylor can get an RBI or a home run to make this game 3-1 or potentially 5-1 if he can hit a dinger. On deck is Taylor Ward. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. First pitch, high and inside with the sinker, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. But it kind of feels like the energy is a little bit different, just like with King Felix. He didn't really get a whole lot of run support back in the day. But I imagine if King Felix was on our team right now, that the same type of effort that we're seeing from the Mariner, teammates, we would, get the same type of thing that we're seeing with Cade Anderson as well. 1-0 pitch, low and away, slider, 88 miles an hour, 2 balls and no strikes with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Let's go, Josh. Patience in the box, my guy. 2-0 pitch from Peterson. Good take. Pitch is low and away, sinker, 92 miles an hour, 3 balls and no strikes from Peterson to Naylor. And And let's see if Naylor ends up being patient here and take the walk, or if we can get a big RBI, single or double, or maybe an unexpected home run here. 3-0 pitch. Ends up taking the strike, high and inside with a sinker, 93 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike to Josh Naylor. Come on, Josh. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. We're getting some good hitting here. Great pitching from Cade Anderson in his MLB debut. And I can only imagine once that MLB debut patch gets cut out from his jersey and gets put into a card, and if you end up pulling that, you're going to be a multi-millionaire. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Seattle. 3-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Low and at the knees with that sinker, 92 miles an hour. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Peterson to Naylor. And we got Carlos Vargas warming up in the pen for the first time this season. He's been out the whole year, and that is exciting. I would like to see Cade go a little bit longer, but they may have him on a pitch count, obviously in that 80 to 90 range, I assume. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Naylor. We're not able to capitalize and score more, but we at least take the 2-1 lead. All right, end of the 5th inning, 2-1 Seattle. Let's see what Cade's pitch count is at. He's at 72, so he can still go for another inning or 2, but they may have him just pitch 1 more inning here and then say that's good enough. Next up, center fielder, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. Batting second, 1 for 2, DHing Seiya Suzuki. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a K in the 3-hole, third baseman Alex Bregman. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. Shout out to our female audience, our new subs, our regulars, our mods, and everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. Gained a few more subs since the last commercial break. Thank you much. 96 subs to go now to 24,700. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. And let's see where we're at the likes. Hopefully we can get close to 200 before this one is over. And we are at 131, 69 to go. End of the 5th inning, 2-1 Seattle. So you want a quick recap on the game. First pitch of the game, Randy Arozarena homer to center, 416 feet, 1-0 Mariners. Alcantara, sac fly to right. Taylor scoring, making it 1-1, Seattle and Chicago. And then Dominic Canzone grounded out to a fielder's choice to second. Weston Wilson scored from third base, 2-1 Seattle. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Now let's take a look at Cade Anderson's debut numbers so far. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 72 pitches, 45 strikes with a 1.80 ERA. And it just definitely feels like this is going to be one of our top 2 pitchers with Logan Gilbert for many years to come. First pitch takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, 4-seam fastball, 91 miles an hour right down the middle. 4 balls and 2 strikes from Cade Anderson to PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. And again, Pete Crow Armstrong and Shohei Ohtani are battling it out for the National League MVP, and Yordan Alvarez has already got the American League MVP locked up, considering Aaron Judge is injured and hasn't been able to put up the stats that we normally would see in a duel like we saw with Judge and Cal last year. 0-2 pitch, hard hit haul by PCA, deep right field, and off the wall. Wow, thankfully that wasn't a homer, and Pete Crow Armstrong with a stand-up double. I'll take a stand-up double over a home run any day. Crow Armstrong, definitely one of the best players, top 3 player in baseball right now with Ohtani and Yordan Alvarez. Next up in the 2-hole, DHing Seiya Suzuki. On deck is Alex Bregman. Finish strong, Cade. First pitch popped up and out of play with the changeup. 0-1 count. Yeah, I mean, based off his pitch count, you got to let Cade go. I mean, Cade is making his MLB debut. Carlos Vargas hasn't pitched all year. You really want to take Cade out and bring a guy in that hasn't pitched all year? You know, you got to, let him get some more pitches in and hopefully a few more outs. And then hopefully if you're going to have Vargas come in, have him come in the 7th inning rather than have him come in here in the 6th. So, make it memorable for the young gun. This is going to be the Clayton Kershaw of the Mariners and probably our number 1 pitcher in our rotation moving forward with Gilbert. So, we want to make it a memorable night. A 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and no outs. Top of the 6th, 2-1 Seattle. Throw to second to Cole Young, and PCA is safe. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 50 strikes, 28 balls, 78 total for Cade so far. 1-2 pitch to Suzuki, and a little dribbler towards third. Throw to first. Back to second. Got him! Woo! Let's go! What a defensive play. Let's go! Big double play. And PCA, if you're going to get greedy and hop to third and try to get back to second, Josh Naylor, great awareness. Double play. Whoa! Big mistake by Pete Crow Armstrong. And again, maybe we need to have Cade Anderson pitch every day, because if we're going to get this version of the Mariners, hitting-wise and defensive-wise, hey, I'm here for it. Great job there. And again, a few mistakes, and again, if you're going to test it, be careful. First pitch to Bregman, back, gone. And unfortunately, Bregman hit 2 home runs yesterday, and he stays hot. And just like that, the game is tied 2-2. And again, 2 runs is what you want your pitcher to give up or less. Unfortunately, you don't want him to give up any more. But again, it's a part of the game, and again, you got to be able to get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. And every once in a while, especially with one of the best hitting teams in baseball, the Chicago Cubs, sometimes you're going to get roughed up no matter who's on the mound. And unfortunate that Bregman homer happened. But on the bright side, I'm happy that it was only a solo dinger rather than a 2-run jack, 3-run bomb, or a grand salami. And Bush, hard hit ball, deep right field, back, gone! Unbelievable. And Cade Anderson gives up another home run there. Yikes. And just like that, back-to-back home runs by Bregman and Bush, and now they take a 3-2 lead. And that's not what you want to see out of our phenom, but again, I still think that we can win this game, but damn it, that stinks. Appreciate that. And now Cade has to exit, but not the way that you wanted him to exit the game, giving up back-to-back home runs. But again, solo dingers, much better than 2-run jacks or 3-run bombs. But this kid's got a bright future, and he's going to help us win a lot of games moving forward. He's not going to get credited with the win if we come back, but that's okay. And again, great job. And look at this, still getting a standing ovation even after giving up back-to-back homers. And again, how many guys would be able to get standing O, after giving up back-to-back homers and losing the lead? Not many. But again, it's not about just today. It's about the future for the Mariners. And again, tough, to see a guy with this much talent have that happen at the very end. But also, this Cub team is ridiculous. They're 19, 20 games above 500. They are one of those teams with the Brewers that are going to threaten the Dodgers to try to make the World Series in the National League, as well as the Phillies, as well as a few other teams. And again, we just now got to be able to work a little bit harder offensively to be able to get maybe not the win necessarily for Cade Anderson, but overall for the Mariners. And now with 2 outs with the Cub 3-2 lead, Nico Werner in the box, and I assume that this is going to be Carlos Vargas coming in for the first time. All right, Vargas, you haven't pitched all season. And again, you know, if you end up taking Cade Anderson out a couple batters ago, the same exact thing could have happened to Vargas. So, especially for a guy that, you know, has been injured all year. And I think obviously we would have rather seen Vargas give up those home runs than Cade. But, you know, end result, we're down by a run, but the game's not over yet. We're in the top of the 6th. We still have plenty of time. All right, let's go, Vargas. And Werner shows bunt, goes towards third base, and out of play. 0-1 count. I mean, you're never going to make anyone, you know, happy. You know, you pull him, and then if Vargas ends up hitting the home runs, I mean, you know, again, you know, this Cub team has good players. You know, stuff is going to happen. But I still think Cade is going to be an amazing player for us for many, many years to come. And, you know, that's baseball. It happens. You know, but again, we got to be able to put up a couple more runs and try to find a way to win this game 4-3 or 5-4. And, you know, I still think we have a very good chance of getting the job done. 0-1 pitch popped up and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes from Carlos Vargas to Nico Werner. You know, and plus, you know, how often do we actually see Dan, you know, let a guy stay in? And that's based on, you know, Cade's, you know, kind of repertoire and how good he's been. You know, if it was anybody else, you know, they might have pulled him, you know, quite a bit earlier. You know, but sometimes you want to let a guy play, and sometimes it's going to work out, and he's going to punch out those 2 guys. And other times you might give up back-to-back home runs. But, you know, again, we don't agree a lot of times with what Dan does. You know, but I don't mind, you know, that decision by keeping him in. As you can see, Vargas gives up a hit right here. So again, you know, giving up RBIs or hits or home runs would have probably happened with either guy. And a double to right by Nico Werner. And again, I normally don't agree with a lot of Dan Wilson's decision making, but I did agree with letting Cade stay out there. You know, it's his first game in his career. You know, just sometimes it's going to go your way, sometimes it's not. But you know, overall, he pitched great. You know, and again, 3 runs or less is, you know, the max that you want a pitcher to give up. 2 or less is kind of what's preferred. You know, and there's going to be games where Cade's going to end up getting a shutout or only giving up a run. And you know, again, we just need to be able to get some run support. 0-1 pitch, high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike from Vargas to Taylor. One pitch, big swing and a miss with the slider, 88 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with the runner at second and 2 outs. Top of the 6th, 3-2 Cubs. And another blooper into left, and that ends up being a ground rule double. So again, you know, even if you would have pulled them and brought in Vargas, guess what? The same thing was going to happen anyways. Ground rule double, 4-2 Chicago. I mean, again, you're going from one guy that's going to be our best pitcher for years to come, you know, someone that we can have side by side with Logan Gilbert, and then you're going to bring in a guy that hasn't pitched all year. What did you think, that Vargas was going to come in and then he's just going to be lights out after not pitching all year? Give me a break. Either you understand baseball or you don't. First pitch popped up and out of play. 0-1 count. But we obviously need Vargas to kind of settle down here, so that way we can keep this game within a few runs. 0-1 pitch popped up and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes from Vargas to Ramirez. And even if Vargas, ended up playing all year, we know he was a liability in the bullpen last season. But I would rather have him than have, some of the AAA guys that we've had lately. And hopefully that he'll be able to get better. He hasn't played all year. What do you expect? Do you expect him to be lights out and punch out 3 guys? I mean, that's not realistic. 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees. I mean, I would have rather had, Jose Ferrer come out and save Vargas for maybe tomorrow. But that was the decision that Dan made. 1-2 pitch. Little dribbler towards first base and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, 4-2 Chicago. One-two pitch. And shallow center field. Julio is there. And that is out number 3. There we go. All right, we still got to be able to get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. This Cubs team can hit home runs. And obviously, it's not the way that you want Cade to go out. But honestly, if you pull Cade, the score is still going to be the same. If you would have pulled Cade, Vargas might have not given up home runs, but it very clearly would have given up RBIs or, ground rule doubles, singles, and doubles. So, it would have been nice to be able to have Cade come out a little bit earlier to make his stats look a little bit better. But the same result would have ended up happening with Vargas coming in for him. Maybe even worse. All right, it's time for the Mariner offense now to be able to tie this game up. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Next up, 0 for 2 in the 5-hole, DHing Taylor Ward. Batting second, 1 for 1 with a base on ball, catcher big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And batting third in the 7-hole, second baseman, 0 for 2, Cole Clutch Young. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. $96 subs to go to 24,700. All right, 40 on the dono train, 60 to go. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And we're at 145, 55 likes to go to 200. TJ in the building, what's good? Let's go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Chicago. And even with Cade giving up those 2 home runs, I really like what I saw from him. We've seen how bad Kirby and Miller have been, lately, giving up 5-6 runs, sometimes even in the first inning, right? And it's not like Cade Anderson did that, So again, Miller has been terrible since July 2nd. George Kirby's been terrible lately. And Hancock and Wu have been hit or miss. Hancock gave up 3 runs, but settled down 2nd through 6th inning, so that was good. And Logan Gilbert is really our only good pitcher right now. So now we have Logan and we got Cade. So, and then obviously we'll have Wu and Hancock, and then hopefully Kirby and Miller will be able to catch up and get a little bit better. But But I like what I saw overall, and again, we got some good effort, defensively, and now we just need the bats to do what they do best, since that Astro series, and is get those singles, doubles, RBIs, and home runs. 1-1 pitch from Peterson to Taylor Ward, and gets a strike there at low and in the zone. Slider 85 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Peterson to Ward. And people acting like that decision by keeping Cade in was on the same level of swapping out Brock Rodden for Weston Wilson when we had runners at first and second against the Brewers, and it had a chance to be able to tie the game up. It's not the same, And again, sometimes you got to let a guy go, especially when they've earned it, like Cade Anderson in his first game. But sometimes the cookie isn't going to crumble the way that you want. But I have no issue, with him, staying out there. It's just a really good lineup that hits a lot of home runs and have one of the best records since the All-Star break, right there with the Brewers at the very top. So shit happens. 3-2 pitch. And that takes strike 3 looking. Down goes Taylor Ward, and that is 1 away. Next up is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. On deck is Cole Clutch Young. Big swing and a miss, 0-1 count. And a hard hit ball towards third. Run, Cal, run! Wow, off of one hopper, and they still got Cal. Big play there from Bregman. But again, Bregman does those things on the regular. You know, hitting home runs, getting singles and doubles, and making great defensive plays at third base. And again, this is the type of game that we needed, you know, Brendan Donovan to play in. And unfortunately, with no Donnie, that leaves a key piece out of the lineup offensively and defensively. Yeah, they're congratulating him for his first start. It's nothing negative. You know, they know he's a phenom, you know. And Cade's going to have emotions, you know, obviously butterflies and joy to start off, and obviously not liking the way, you know, things ended with the back-to-back home runs, but, you know, he's going to be great for us. And again, just his command on the mound, you know, his presence on the mound gives me more confidence than anybody else in our starting rotation besides maybe Logan. So again, at least we have somebody that we can trust more times than not moving forward. He's got good stuff. And again, we've needed a lefty in the rotation for a long time. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Chicago. Come on, Cole. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Slider 83 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Chicago. But it does show you, you know, how important Brandon Donovan is to this team. As a leadoff hitter, a good defender at third. And again, when we don't have Donnie in the lineup, we don't play as well. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Down goes Cole, and that is the end of the 6th inning. And hopefully once the starter goes out, Peterson, hopefully we'll be able to rough up their bullpen and tie this game up. Let's go to the top of the 7th inning and see who's up next here for Chicago. Next up, 0 for 1 with an RBI and a K. In the 8-hole, left fielder Kevin Alcantara. Batting second in the 9-hole, 0 for 2, catcher Miguel Amaya. And batting third, 1 for 3, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong. Right ends up, let's go Elms. Got a chance to take Paisley to the groomer today, get her nails trimmed and body washed. And again, you know, anytime I can end up, you know, taking care of her and making her, you know, smile and feel good, that makes every day a good day for me. Yeah, hitting the head in the batting cage. And again, if that didn't happen, you know, again, maybe we're not down 4-2 right now. And hopefully he'll be available tomorrow because we're going to need him with Miller on the mound. I mean, this team has just got the worst luck ever with injuries this season, but, you know, we just got to be able to do the best we can with what we have. 96 subs to go to 24,700. 396 to go to 25,000. All right, 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. And we're trying to get to 200 likes before this one is over. We got 210 in the room. And we're at 145, 55 to go. But, you know, Cade gives us the best chance of someone getting a no-hitter, you know, out of the starting rotation. He's got the best chance of, you know, getting a one-hitter, you know, or playing, you know, to a very top-tier level like King Felix. So, you know, again, we've had Randy Johnson, we've had King Felix, and now we got Cade Anderson. And again, you know, I wish Kirby and Miller weren't so terrible right now, you know, as of late. And at least Hancock and Wu are hit or miss. And Wu has been getting a little bit better on the road, and he's been pretty good at home, but now he's got a little bit of a shoulder issue. Hopefully he doesn't go to the injured list. And Gilbert has been great all year. Started off 0-2, but has been that constant force as our most consistent pitcher. Thank God we have at least one. And again, Cade will learn from the experience. And again, it's not like he started off against a bottom feeder and got 10 Ks. He's going against one of the best teams in baseball that's got a chance to go to the World Series this year. So, to start off your first game against the Cubs, I mean, you can't expect him to, come out with 10 Ks and not give up anything. Now, that would have been amazing, but not necessarily realistic. 2-0 pitch from Vargas to Happ. And why is Vargas still out there? I mean, I get it. We're down by 2, and I get it. This is his first, time playing all year. But again, is this really the right decision in Cade Anderson's first game that you have Vargas, who already gave up, some runs, and then you're going to keep him out there? Come on, Dan. Happ in the box. 3-1 pitch. High and away, and Vargas with no control. He's got a lot of speed, just like he did last year, but he can't hit his spots. Tries to throw through the hitter, and a lot of times can't hit his spots, and now that runner goes to first. Ian Happ. All right, Happ pinch hitting for Alcantara. Next up is catcher Miguel Amaya, who's showing bunt, and it gets fouled back behind the plate to the T-Mobile Bricks. 0-1 count. And we've been able to get some double plays and some good defense, but again, we're going to need the bats to come alive here in the last 3 innings. Yeah, and again, if Donnie's in the lineup, maybe the game, is a different score. Again, Donnie is the best leadoff hitter we've had, in my opinion, since Ichiro. And we've had a lot of guys, that have tried, and no one will ever be Ichiro. He'll always be a one of one, but again, we've been waiting for someone that we could trust, and a healthy Donnie, it makes a huge difference offensively and defensively, especially in these last 12 games. And, what are the chances of him getting hit in the head in the batting cage and, has to get scratched? It's just unreal. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball and out of play, but hopefully he's in the lineup tomorrow, because if Donnie's not in the lineup tomorrow and we got Miller on the mound and he hasn't pitched well since July 2nd, it's going to be really tough to win tomorrow. Oh, 2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And Vargas with a punch out. First strikeout there for Vargas. And that is 1 away. They're doing the hot dogs from heaven there from the Fox booth with Goldie and John Smoltz. Next up is Pete Crow Armstrong. On deck is Seiya Suzuki. One pitch from Vargas to Pete Crow Armstrong. Fouls that one off towards first base and out of play. Top of the 7th, runner at first with 1 out. Cubs up 4-2. Vargas on the mound, making his first start of the year. Great to have him back, but again, you can't expect too much from him, and then we're still waiting on Criswell and Brash. Those guys will be better, than Vargas, but again, Vargas hasn't pitched all year, so you can't expect him to be electric, and even if he did pitch from the very beginning, has had issues. It was one of our worst guys in the pen, but again, I still would rather have Vargas than have some of the AAA guys we've had, this season, but again, he's got to get better. 0-2 pitch, and he gets PCA to pop up. We'll take that. Right to Julio Rodriguez, and that is 2 away. Nice job there by Julio Rodriguez. Next up is Seiya Suzuki. On deck is Alex Bregman. And again, with Bregman hitting 3 home runs in the series already, we need to start intentionally walking him like we typically do, to guys like Yordan Alvarez, PCA, or Shohei Ohtani. again, you got to recognize when guys are hot, and he had 2 home runs yesterday and 1 today. And again, we definitely got to be able to walk him, either today or even tomorrow or both. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Vargas to Seiya Suzuki. Throw to first and safe. Top of the 7th inning, runner at first with 2 outs. Cubs up by 2. Still time to be able to come back and win this game 5-4. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Slider getting away from Vargas. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, 4-2 Chicago. Two-two pitch, pop behind the plate and out of play there by Seiya Suzuki, who was rumored to get moved at the deadline, but, kind of had a feeling that might have been just talk. And Bregman is on deck. Bregman's always been a thorn in the Mariners' side, no matter what team he's on, Astros and beyond. It just always has felt like, no matter what he does, it's just like Altuve. These Astro players, no matter where they go, they play well against us. Big swing and a miss. Nice job there by Vargas. They're in the 7th. And again, not exactly what we wanted after Cade, but again, at least he was able to get a few outs here in the 6th and the 7th. All right, Mariners, we're down by 2. And let's see if we can get at least a run on the board here in the bottom of the 7th, but 2 would be great. Who's going to start the rally for the Mariners? Next up, 1 for 2 with a run, third baseman Weston Wilson. Batting second, 0 for 1, shortstop Leo Rivas. I would substitute Brock Rodden right here. And then batting third, 2 for 2 with a run, RBI and a base on ball and a home run on the first pitch of the game, Randy Arozarena. Ended up robbing a home run as well, but we're going to need more than just Randy today. Jack in the building, what's good? All right, Mariner Moose, we're going to need you. Bottom of the 7th inning, 4-2 Chicago. Still plenty of time for us to be able to make a rally. 96 subs to go to 24,700. We're at 40 on the dono train, 60 to go. Shout out to Dawn and Sean for holding it down. See if we get a few other individuals to help out in that category for me and Paisley. And let's see where we're at. We're at 149 likes, 51 to 200. And Trent Thornton, the former Mariner bullpen pitcher, is coming in for the Cubs. And we know Thornton wasn't very good for the Mariners, and hopefully we'll be able to rough him up. All right, Mariners, this could be our opportunity. You just need to have a pitcher have a little bit of a meltdown. First pitch in there for a strike to Weston Wilson with a sweeper. 79 miles an hour right down the middle, 0-1 count. David Peterson, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs with 8 Ks. That ties his season high. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss with the sweeper. No balls and 2 strikes from Thornton to Wilson. And again, Wilson ended up getting the chance to play because Donnie got hit in the head in the batting cage prior to the game starting. And when you don't have Brendan Donovan in the lineup, offensively and defensively, we're not the same team. Just plain and simple. In the last 12 games that he's played, he's given us a chance in almost every game, besides obviously that nasty one where we ended up getting dropped by the Brewers in game 1. Pitch is high and away with the sweeper. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Thornton to Weston Wilson. 1-2 pitch, and that is strike 3 looking. Down goes Weston Wilson, and that is 1 away. Bring in Brock Rodden, but again, they're going to stick with Leo Rivas, but I would be bringing in Brock right here. All right, Leo Rivas is up next. Next up is Randy Arozarena. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Let's go, Seattle. We still got a chance. We're only down 2. First pitch inside with the cutter. 1-0 count. .92-mile-an-hour cutter there by Trent Thornton. 1-0 pitch, high and inside. 2 balls to no strikes from Thornton to Rivas. And again, it's always interesting to be able to see, players that have left Seattle, and then you end up matching up with them in the next year. And that's what we're getting here with Trent Thornton, the former bullpen pitcher for the Mariners. 2-0 pitch, popped up and just out of play. Right on the netting there. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Cubs up 4-2. And let's see if Leo can give us a little bit of magic here. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 2-1 pitch, high and inside. Good take there by Rivas. Count now is 3 balls and 1 strike from Thornton to Leo Rivas. And even though Cade gave up back-to-back homers before he exited, I thought he pitched really well overall. Had a lot of good command, on the mound, and only got himself into a couple mini jams. And, he's got a bright future. Could be the Clayton Kershaw of the Mariners moving forward, and I truly believe it. 3-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. So we got the hardest schedule this month out of any team, and we got the easiest schedule next month. So again, we're in the gauntlet and in the ringer right now, but it's going to get much easier in September, and we can make up a lot of ground. And a hard hit ball by Leo Rivas. It's fair. Go, go, go. Run, Leo. Run, Leo. Let's go. Rivas with a double. There we go. That's what we needed. Great job there by Leo Rivas. All right, next up is Randy Arozarena. And again, even if we just get a run here to get it to 4-3, unless Randy ends up doing the unthinkable and hitting another home run, and we can get it to 4-4. But again, we can still win this game 5-4. We definitely have been pretty damn good, in the last 3 innings, in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's not impossible. As long as we don't get down by more than 5 runs, anything is possible with this team. It definitely hurts not having Brendan Donovan in the lineup, but again, we have other guys that could step up before this one is over. And Randy, hard hit ball in the left and caught, and that is 1 away. We could really use a Dom bomb. He's at 19 home runs. Next would be 20. Also goes for the person on deck, Julio Rodriguez. Come on, guys. We got to make a play. Let's go, Dom. Bottom of the 7th inning with Leo Rivas at second. Come on, Dom, be patient in the box. First pitch is low and at the knees with a curveball, 82 miles an hour by the former Mariner player from the bullpen, Trent Thornton, who really wasn't that great when he was on our team in Seattle. And we just got to make sure we can exploit him if possible here. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike with a curveball, 80 miles an hour, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at second with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning, Cubs up by 2, but I would love for us to be able to get it to 4-3 if possible, at the very least, with 2 innings to go after that to be able to tie it up and hopefully win the game 5-4. 1-1 pitch. High and inside. Good take there by Dom. Sinker, 88 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at second with 2 outs. Come on, Dom. Come on, sports gods. Next home run for Dominic Canzone is number 20. Two-one pitch, popped up into left field, fading out of play. Curveball, 81 miles an hour there by Trent Thornton. Come on, Dom. Dom calls time. Come on. Let's go, Dom. Try dance up. Let's go, Ems. Let's go, Canzone. 2-2 pitch. Little slow dribbler. Throw to first. And that is out number 3. Looked like Dom maybe got something stuck in his eye or something. And Thornton obviously pumped up, showing some emotion there for Chicago as he walks off the field. End of the 7th inning, 4-2 Chicago. Callie in the building representing Hawaii. How are you? How's that weather out there today? Let's go to the top of the 8th inning and see who's up next here for the Cubs. Next up for the Cubs in the 3-hole, third baseman, 1 for 3 with a home run, Alex Bregman. Batting second, 1 for 3 with a run, also with a home run, first baseman Michael Busch. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run, shortstop Nico Werner. Try dance up. Let's go, Elms. End of the 7th inning, 4-2 Chicago. Curious to see who they're going to be bringing in. It looks like it's going to be Sir Anthony Dominguez. I don't know if I like that, but we'll see how this goes. And overall, Sir Anthony Dominguez really hasn't been that great for us. He's been, kind of good, one game and then awful the next game. So you don't really know what to expect, but hopefully he ends up not giving up any runs to at least give us a shot in the 8th and the 9th. All right, Sir Anthony Dominguez, we need you. Going to the top of the 8th inning, Cubs up by 2, but still time for us to hopefully make a little bit of a rally. 96 subs to go to 24,700. 396 to go to 25,000. We're at 40 on the Dono train, 60 to go. Shout out to Don on the Dono train, as well as Sean. And we're at 153 likes, 47 to 200. First pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle to Alex Bregman, 0-1 count. Pitch is high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike from Dominguez to Bregman. 1-1 pitch, popped up and fading out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 8th inning, 4-2 Chicago. Come on, Sir Anthony. We got to get the good version of you if we got any chance. Big swing and a miss. Nice punch out there by Dominguez. Good job there by Sir Anthony Dominguez. Next up is Michael Busch. On deck is Nico Werner. First pitch is strike looking from Dominguez to Busch. 0-1 count. 1 for 3 with a solo home run in the 6th. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Splitter, 86 miles an hour, just missing. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Sir Anthony Dominguez on the mound for the Mariners. Michael Busch in the box for the Chicago Cubs. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour there by Dominguez. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Dominguez on the mound, Michael Busch in the box. Trident's up, let's go M's. Got him! 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. And this is the good Sir Anthony Dominguez. Great job. 2 up and 2 down. Wish we could get this version of Dominguez every game. All right, next up is Nico Werner. On deck is Tyrone Taylor. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. I like what I'm seeing from Dominguez here in the 8th. First pitch, a little check swing, and it ends up going towards first base, out of play, 0-1 count. Keep it going, baby. Let's go. 0-1 pitch. High and inside, 1 ball and 1 strike from Dominguez to Werner. And a 1-1 pitch. Looks like he got hit. And Dominguez a little disgusted with himself there as that pitch goes high and inside. Runner goes to first. Next up is Tyrone Taylor. Taylor up next. On deck is Pedro Ramirez. Throw to first and safe. Got to get at least a run in the bottom of the 8th, preferably 2. And we just got to find a way to hopefully take advantage of somebody on the mound for Chicago. Hard hit ball fading in right field, out of play there by Taylor. 0-1 count. Throw to first, and runner is safe again. I mean, Dominguez has looked pretty good besides hitting that last batter, getting the first 2 guys out, so. A 1 pitch, high and away. Cal squares up to throw, but does not. 1 ball and 1 strike from Dominguez to Taylor. One pitch popped up and out of play. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour there by Sir Anthony Dominguez. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first with 2 outs. Top of the 8th, 4-2 Chicago. And again, we got the toughest schedule out of any team in baseball this month, and we got the easiest schedule out of any team next month in September. So, and Cal throw. Safe. There we go. And Cal with the challenge, and we get strike 3. There we go. Good job by Sir Anthony Dominguez, and good job by Cal with the challenge. Even though he wasn't able to get the runner out at second, we get the strikeout, and a good frame job there. And again, good awareness by Cal Raleigh, because if that was Johnny Pareda or Mitch Garver, they probably don't challenge that. Great job. And now Sir Anthony Dominguez comes out clean, and that actually was one of the better versions of Sir Anthony Dominguez that we've seen, other than the one batter that he hit. But again, getting a few clutch outs. And now we go to the bottom of the 8th, and we need our studs to step up. But also, it also shows you how important Brandon Donovan is. He's one of the most valuable players on the team, with this guy as well. It's like when Julio's not in the lineup, we usually don't play very well. Same thing with Brandon Donovan. When Donnie's not in the lineup, you definitely feel his presence missed. Next up, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Let's go, J-Rod. Wake up. Julio Rodriguez, we need you. Batting second, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. We need you as well. It's Nails, Josh Naylor. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K, DHing Taylor Ward. We need those 3 guys to step up. Ward either drawing a walk or getting a single, and then Julio and Naylor getting on board as well. That way we can get this game to 4-3, 4-4, and then eventually win this game 5-4 in the 9th or in extras. Let's go. Tridents up. Let's go, M's. $154 likes. $46-200. Let's go. And a little dribbler there by Julio. Be patient, Julio. And dribbles out, and that is 1 away. Looks like Thornton is going to be coming out, and I just wish that Julio, would be a little bit more patient in the box, especially with no Brandon Donovan. Like, why are you swinging at the first pitch? You got to get to pitch 3, 4, 5, 6. And now Thornton is done, and now we're going to have another pitcher for Josh Naylor, and hopefully Naylor will be able to get the party going. Ryan Rollison is coming in. All right, we're running out of opportunities here, but we still got time. All right, Rollison is coming in. for Trent Thornton, the former Mariner bullpen pitcher. And hopefully we can get something going here with Josh Naylor. On deck is Taylor Ward. Trident's up. Let's go M's. All right, let's go, Naylor. Rolison on the mound, Naylor in the box. First pitch, and Naylor pops it up into left field, fading out of play, 0-1 count. And I would definitely rather be down by 1 run in the 9th rather than 2. Less pressure, and again, we just need Rolison to have a meltdown. But again, 7-1 record, 2.86 ERA. He's been fantastic for the Cubs in relief. 0-1 pitch. And Naylor with a dribbler up the middle, doesn't get past the second baseman, shortstop, throw to first, and that is 2 up and 2 down. And hopefully we can get Taylor Ward to draw a walk or get a single, and then we need Cal Raleigh to do Cal Raleigh things. Let's go. Come on, Taylor. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. Draw the walk if possible. I mean, unless you're able to get like a single or a double off the wall, that's obviously best case scenario because you don't really expect him to hit home runs, really. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 79-mile-an-hour curveball right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Chicago. 1-1 pitch. Foul back behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks. Count still remains 1 ball and 2 strikes from Rolison to Taylor Ward. Come on, Taylor. One-two pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Ward, and now we're down to our last inning, down by 2. All right, let's see who's up next here for the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th. Or the top of the 9th, excuse me. Let's go to the top of the 9th inning. Next up for the Cubs, 1 for 3 with a K, second baseman Pedro Ramirez. Batting second, filling in for Kevin Alcantara, Ian Happ. 0 for 0 with a base on ball. And then batting third, 0 for 3 with a K. In the 9-hole, catcher Miguel Amaya. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. And I'm curious to see who they're going to bring out. We had Cade Anderson start off, then Vargas for 2 innings, then Sir Anthony Dominguez. And I assume that it's not going to obviously be Mooney. You know, will it be a Ferrer or Rucker? And it looks like it's going to be Rucker. I'm going to save Ferrer for tomorrow, potentially. All right, Rucker, we're going to need you to pitch well. And again, hopefully we'll be able to get an easy 3 outs. And we just got to pray that we can have a meltdown by the Cubs in the bottom of the 9th and we can rally and either tie it up at 4-4 and win 5-4 in extras in the 10th, 11th, or 12th, or have the ultimate mega meltdown and score 3 runs in the 9th and then win 5-4. Obviously easier said than done, but it's not like we haven't seen it in the past. So 96 subs to go to 24,700. 396 to go to 25,000. We're at 40 on the dono train because of Dawn and Sean always holding it down. Appreciate the two of you. See if we get a few other individuals to show some love as well for me and Paisley. And let's see where we're at on the likes, and hopefully we can get as close to 200 as possible. Got 205 in the room, and hopefully somewhere in that 150 to 175 range. We're at 164, 36 to go. First pitch from Rucker to Ramirez. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. Beautiful cutter. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees with a curveball. 81 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 9th inning. Mariners down by 2. And again, even though Cade gave up those home runs before he exited, I really enjoyed his performance, and I know he's just going to get better and better. And Ramirez pops up. Weston Wilson is there, and that is 1 up and 1 down. But I already got more confidence in Cade Anderson than anybody besides Logan Gilbert. So, we know Hancock and Wu are hit or miss. Miller and Kirby have been terrible lately, but that doesn't mean they'll be terrible for the rest of the season. And, again, we need to be able to have some individuals that we can trust, and it's all about consistency. Next up is Ian Happ. But I'm definitely excited to see, Cade Anderson's career progress and get better and better on every start that he has. First pitch takes the strike looking high and away to Ian Happ with the curveball. 81 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Oh-1 pitch. High and away, 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, missing. 1 ball and 1 strike from Rucker to Happ. First plate appearance for Happ was a walk. 1-1 pitch, hard hit ball towards first base with a laser and out of play with that curveball. 83 miles an hour, 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 9th inning, Cubs up 4-2. Rucker on the mound for Seattle. Ian Happ in the box for the Cubbies. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-2 pitch, low and away, curveball, 82 miles an hour, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Rucker to Happ. Two pitch, low and at the knees, curveball missing there. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Rucker to Ian Happ. Three-two pitch. Got him. Big swing and a miss. Let's go, baby. All right, hopefully the last batter here for Chicago in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. Catcher Miguel Amaya. On deck is Pete Crow Armstrong, and obviously we don't want to get to Pete if we don't have to. First pitch is low and away with a cutter, 87 miles an hour there by Rucker, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Rucker to Amaya. 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. Beautiful cutter, 90 miles an hour, dropping the bucket, going towards the dirt. Good pitch there by Rucker. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Rucker on the mound, Amaya in the box. Two-one pitch. There we go. Nice strike looking with a sinker, 95 miles an hour right down the pipe. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on with 2 outs. And we are 1 strike away get out of the top of the ninth, and we'll have 3 outs to try to get 2 runs to tie, 3 to win. 2-2 pitch popped up, and there should be an easy out for the Mariners here. And Naylor is there, and that is out number 3. All right, baby, time to rally. Webb is going to be coming in, and it's not going to be easy, but hopefully we can find a way. Next up for the Mariners in the 6-hole, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. 1 for 2 with a walk. Let's go, Cal. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K. We need you. Second baseman, Cole Clutch Young. Let's go, Cole. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run and a K, third baseman, Weston Wilson. And I really hope that Brandon Donovan will be back. And again, if Brandon Donovan plays today, maybe we end up winning this game. That's how much of a difference he makes with this lineup. It's just, we know Julio when we don't have him. Typically, we don't compete. But again, Brandon Donovan in the last 12 games has been incredible. And again, if you don't have Donnie in the lineup, and we haven't had him pretty much all year, had him for the first month and a half, was batting around 300, 350, got hurt, just got him back, shaved the beard off, and had more of a clean-shaven look. And in the last 12 games, he's been batting over, 300 and looking fantastic. So again, he makes a difference defensively and offensively and gives us that tone setter as our leadoff hitter. And again, Randy ended up hitting a home run, taking a spot, but it's not the same, And again, Randy had one of the best all-around games, hit a home run on the first pitch, robbed a home run, actually played some good defense and ran out a ball to first base, things that we're not really used to see from Randy, but again, hopefully Donnie will be back because, again, with Bryce Miller on the mound, and even if Wu comes in late, as a bullpen option, again, we can't get down 4 or 5 runs and expect that we're going to come back and win against the Chicago team, who definitely is one of the best teams in baseball this season. All right, come on, Mariners. Let's go. Jacob Webb, 6-2 record, 2.21 ERA, but we need a meltdown, baby. Let's go. Let's go, big dumper. Come on, Cal. Got to find a way. Let's go. It's not over till it's over, no matter how much you're down. But again, as long as we're down less than 5 runs, anything can happen. Come on, Cal. First pitch to Raleigh. Kind of a lazy swing there. Should have took that pitch. 0-1 count. Be patient, Cal. And again, it just seems like he's more of a patient hitter from the right side. But when he's on the left side, he's not seeing the ball very well. Have patience, my guy. You don't need to hit a home run for us to be able to come back in this game. You just need to get on base. Obviously, a home run would be the best scenario, but you can't force it. It has to come to you. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Good take there. Change up. 88 miles an hour, 1 ball and 1 strike from Webb to Raleigh. Come on, Cal. Come on, big dumper. 1-1 pitch. There we go, into the dirt, and you don't swing. Curveball, 84 miles an hour. And again, if he didn't swing on the first pitch, it would be a 3-0 count. And again, you just have to realize when a guy has it or not. And it seems like Webb is a little shaky here early on. Don't bail him out. Come on, Cal. And Cal pops up. Damn it. Shouldn't have swung at that pitch. And caught, and that is 1 away. And if Cal doesn't swing on those 2 pitches, it's a 4-pitch walk. You got to be better, Cal. And that is 1 away. You bailed the pitcher out on that first at-bat. All right, next up in the 7-hole, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. On deck is Weston Wilson. Come on, Cole. Nothing is more frustrating on bailing a pitcher out when he can't hit the strike zone. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. And again, that would have been 5 straight balls in a row, here by Webb, if the hitters are just patient. One-0 pitch, low and away. That would have been 6 straight balls in a row. 2 balls and no strikes from Webb to Young. 2-0 pitch. Finally gets his first strike for his first two batters. That was actually clean. 2 balls and 1 strike from Webb to Young. Come on, Cole. We need you. Two-one pitch in play, into right field, and caught. And that is 2 up and 2 down. We're down to our last out. We need a rally. Next up is Weston Wilson. On deck is Leo Rivas. And if we can get Wilson on board, maybe this turns in from Leo to Brock Rodden, or potentially Leo. We'll see. Come on, Weston. First pitch is in there for a strike with the slider. 85 miles an hour there by Webb. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Drop. Please drop. Drop. Yes. All the way back to the wall. Go, go, go. Run, run. Let's go. A double by Weston Wilson. Let's go. Great piece of hitting there by Weston Wilson, filling in for Donnie today. Good job, Weston. All right, now it's Leo Rivas. Can you be the hero again? Let's go, Leo. And then on deck would be Randy Arosarena. Let's go. We have a little bit of life. It may not be a lot, but hey. Come on, Leo. Leo gets on base. Randy hits a 3-run jack. We win. Unless Leo ends up doing the unthinkable and hits a 2-run bomb right here. You know, it would be sweet. Leo homers, Randy homers, game over. But, you know, the chance of that happening is probably not very high, but you never know. Come on, Leo. If they can hit back-to-back homers, why can't we? But Leo's not really a home run hitter, but that doesn't mean he can't do it. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Webb to Rivas. Come on, Leo. One pitch, little soft blooper, drops, yes, let's go, run, Weston, run, yes, and Wilson scores 4-3, woo! Let's go, we have life, 4-3. All right, Randy Arosarena, what can you do, baby? It's not over till it's over, no matter how bad it looks. And let's see if Randy Arosarena can bring home Leo Rivas, or if he ends up hitting a home run, walk-off, 5-4 victory. And he did homer in the first pitch of the game. Come on, Randy. First pitch right down the middle with the slider, 0-1 count. And on deck is Dominic Canzone. Let's go. Come on, Mariners. We're only down 1 now. Come on, Randy. 2 for 3 with a solo dinger. First pitch of the game. Come on, Randy. 0-1 pitch. Randy, hard hit ball. Deep center field. Go! Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Let's go! Walk-off homer! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, baby! Woo! Let's go! Walk-off homer. Randy does it. Woo! Let's go! One of the best comeback victories. Hey, we might not be able to get Cade Anderson with the victory, but you have to have that blind faith. And what do I say? No matter what happens, no matter how much we're down, as long as we're not down by 5, anything is possible. Randy Arosarena, Weston Wilson, Leo Rivas, let's go. 5-4 Mariners. Woo! Let's go. That was one of the best victories of the season, let alone last night. And again, we have a chance to sweep the Cubs if we win tomorrow. Let's go. And again, when you see Weston Wilson, Leo Rivas, right? Let's be real. You know, how much faith do you have, right? You know, are they going to be able to get on? And again, Randy Arosarena getting the job done. And this is like Randy's game. Home run on the first pitch of the game, robbed a home run, ended up running out a single. That never happens. And then ends up hitting a home run to win the game with Leo Rivas on board, who brought home Weston Wilson. Down by 2 runs in the 9th, no problem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 5-4 victory. Let's go. Told you. Let's go, baby. Always keep the faith. Always, no matter how bad it looks, right? And again, the most runs that we typically can come back from is 5. And again, that felt amazing. Let's go. Beautiful. Maybe I got to start wearing this jersey a little bit more often. This is the first time I've worn it, on stream and whatnot. I was usually saving it for us, when we make the World Series and whatnot. But I figured Cade Anderson with the debut. Yeah, it sucked, that he gave up the back-to-back homers, to Bregman and Bush. But again, sometimes you never know where that Soto mojo and that Mariner magic will come alive. And again, one of the best victories of the year last night. One of the best victories today. And again, now Cade has a big smile on his face. It would have been amazing for Cade to get a victory, obviously in his first start. But again, we have a long Clayton Kershaw type of career. And Randy Arozarena, way to be the hero today. But not only him, Leo Rivas and Weston Wilson. You got to make sure we're acknowledging everybody. And man, incredible. Magic run, and again, let's be honest. How many times have we been down 2 runs? And then it just easy 1, 2, 3, game over, we lose, right? And then getting down to that last out with 2 outs, and then to be able to get something going, and then Weston Wilson, and then Leo Rivas knocking him in, and Rivas was the hero last night, right? No Brandon Donovan, fluke injury in pregame, getting hit in the head in batting practice, and then missing the game. And Randy Arozarena having the Randy Arozarena game. Let's go. Awesome. Incredible. And again, it's just one of those things. You just have to have that blind faith. Incredible. And again, with me, I'm always, and it's not just like, I'm covering the Mariners and I'm going to be biased and whatnot. I'm just doing it based on, the games that we've played. I understand once we get down by more than 5, usually it's game over. Have we been able to come back from more than 5? A couple times. But, normally 95% of the time, if we're down by 5 or more, it's over. But if it's, we're only down a couple, there's always a chance, especially with the Mariner bats. And again, let's go over the stats for both teams. Unbelievable. What a fucking comeback. And again, even though Cade gave up those home runs, doesn't matter. Randy Arozarena bailed him out, as well as Weston Wilson and Leo Rivas playing great in back-to-back games. And man, if Leo keeps playing like that, maybe Brock Rodden will have to be sitting on the bench for a little bit. Man. All right, Pete Crow Armstrong, 1 for 4. Seiya Suzuki, 1 for 4. Alex Bregman, 1 for 4 with a home run. Michael Busch, 1 for 4 with a home run. Nico Werner, 1 for 3 with a run. Tyrone Taylor, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Pedro Martinez, 1 for 4. Kevin Alcantara, 0 for 1. And Miguel Amaya, 0 for 4. And let's go to the Mariners. And this is the best game of the year for Randy Arozarena. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, robbing a home run, and actually running out a single at first base. This was by far the best all-around performance out of Randy Arozarena, and he ended up being the hero, and he's been our most consistent hitter. Now, if this version of Randy shows up all the time, then we want Randy to come back to the Mariners next season. I'm not sure if he wants to come back. He could end up being a Yankee or a Dodger, but at least today I'm happy that he's in a Seattle Mariner uniform. Great job, Randy Arozarena. Offense, defense, running the bags, hustling to first, robbing a home run. You did it all. Great job, Randy. Dominic Canzone, 0 for 4 with an RBI. Got to be better. Julio Rodriguez, 0 for 4. Got to be better. Josh Naylor, 0 for 4. Got to be better. Taylor Ward, 0 for 4. Got to be better. How the hell did we win the game with 0 for 4 out of Dom, Julio, Josh, and Taylor? Ridiculous. Cal Raleigh, 1 for 3. Cole Young, 0 for 4. Unbelievable. And then we end up winning the game because of Randy, Weston Wilson, and Leo Rivas. Who would have thought? Weston Wilson, 2 for 4 with 2 runs. And then Leo Rivas, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run. That's crazy. So you're telling me that Dom didn't get a hit, Julio didn't get a hit, Naylor didn't get a hit, Taylor Ward didn't get a hit. And on top of that, Cole Young didn't get a hit. And we still won the game 5-4. How often would that happen? Unbelievable. And it makes the Cade Anderson victory, even though he doesn't get charged with the win, obviously getting the dub overall, amazing. Rucker gets the win, Webb gets the loss, and Randy Rosarina, you are a hero in all of our hearts here in the Pacific Northwest. Awesome. Unbelievable. Down by 2 with 2 outs, and we come back and score 3 in the 9th and win. Incredible. Awesome. Well, it's the final score, Seattle Mariners 5, Chicago Cubs 4. And again, Randy Rosarina, unbelievable. And the best part about it is that we're actually winning games on a global stage. In the past, prior to the Astro series, anytime that we were on, Apple TV or we were on, national television, we got absolutely crushed. And lately we've been on national TV and we've been doing awesome. And second career walk-off home run by Randy Rosarina. Great job. And again, this was an amazing win that I am never going to forget, let alone yesterday's win with Leo Rivas, but I'm never going to forget this one. Awesome win. Final score, Mariners 5, Cubs 4, down by 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We score 3 and we win. Incredible. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. Shout out to Dawn and Sean holding it down, as well as the mods. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Tridents up and go Mariners. Woo! Tridents up, go M's.